Yo, 2020 can't be defeated because apparently now words are illegal. Yo, I think we can all unanimously agree that 2020 was the most lit year on record, but I find it only apropos that it would just lay us down on a bed of spikes and slowly clap our cheeks to Cardi A's WAP one more time before the year is out. Yo, the University of Michigan has created a Words Matter task force that released a list of words and phrases that are going to be eliminated by the IT department. You can't make this stuff up. Some of the words that are deemed offensive and will thus be removed include man, brown bag, picnic, and long time no see. Okay. And what is exceptionally amazing about this list is that it provides alternative terms to use instead of these offensive words. Instead of man, person. Instead of brown bag, lunch and learn. What? Instead of grandfathered in, legacy status. These are too good. Instead of picnic, gathering. Instead of girl gal or boy guy, person, or use the person's name. Instead of crazy or insane, which is apparently offensive now, outrageous, unthinkable, nonsensical, incomprehensible, ridiculous, egregious, or irrational. Why? What does that mean? Imagine a phone call to the police. Yesterday, it would have gone something like this. I was having a picnic alone in the park, and a crazy guy stole a brown bag with my lunch in it. Now you'd have to be like, an outrageous person came to my gathering and stole my lunch and learn. Police are like, was it a man or a woman? Well, You said gathering. Well, I was alone. But you said gathering. Well, I can't say picnic. What the hell is a lunch and learn? Oh, that's a brown bag. Okay. What are we doing? In other news, because 2020 is the joke and our political class writes the punchlines, the state of Vermont released a Corona Clap guideline for enjoying safer sex in the age of Corona Clap. Who writes these? On this amazing PDF, it says kissing can easily pass the Corona Clap, and rimming, parentheses, mouth on a noose, might spread the virus. No rimming in Vermont, guys. But not to worry, guys, that's just in Vermont, where you probably shouldn't be rimming. But don't get that confused with San Francisco, where their literal Corona Clap guidelines say that you should not meet up with more than one person that's outside your household and do something like hold hands, because you won't be 6 feet apart. No dating, dating's illegal. And not to be outdone, because absolutely nothing makes sense anymore, the government/taxpayer funded nonprofit media organization known as NPR released their best song of the year this year, and it was none other than Cardi A's WAP. So apparently in 2020 it became offensive to say picnic, but if you have a song called Really Moist Gash, you could win Song of the Year. In other news, because the world is hot garbage, Muriel Bowser, the mayor of Washington, D.C., named December 24th, previously known as Christmas Eve, Anthony Fauci Day in the District of Columbia. Dope. Fauci. Could we get it out into the zeitgeist to start pronouncing it Fauci? Start pronouncing it Fauci. I find it kind of interesting that this is Fauci Day in DC, because according to all of these super woke people, we supposedly have the worst impact of the Corona Clap of anywhere in the world, and this guy pretty much openly lied to us, admittedly, but no one seems to remember or care about that. Of course, the Corona Clap lived on surfaces until it didn't, and diapers didn't work until they did, and asymptomatic spread supposedly was a thing, and apparently locking everything up worked until it didn't, but whatever. Meanwhile, because no one's paying attention and information on the internet can get scrubbed into non-existence, and if you're not paying attention, you're just like, that's fine. The WHO, the world, changed the meaning of herd of cattle, garb, punity in the face of danger. Apparently, it used to be able to happen as a result of natural stuff, but apparently now you need a thing in your thing. And according to God, apparently we needed 70 to 80% to reach this gang of cattle. But now it's 90% just moving those goalposts, Fouch! In other news, if you were paying attention to this stimuli Bilbo Baggins that was released a week or two ago, apparently when Donald Ballpark refused to sign this, Joey Basement fell out of an oak tree and stated that this was an abdication of his responsibility. Oh, did anybody see what was in there? Abdication? I'm just going to take a flyer on this one, but who out there thinks that Joey Basement came up with the word abdication? Basement, you know the dication. Truman International Press. And because I had a nice holiday offensive alert, I decided to go over to Joey Basement's Instagram because I wanted to ruin my mood. Joey Basement's social media team has been posting fun images with all of his pics, cabinet pics. And he's been highlighting some of their accomplishments with a couple of bullet points about their history of service. And if it wasn't already abundantly clear that lots of these pics have at least something to do with identity politics, these bullet points make it abundantly clear. You have this very short list of their accomplishments that you think would be packed with all of the details of why they're the highest qualified person for the job. Yet 1 out of 3 bullet points on literally almost all of them relates to their gender or their background or their sexual preference. The Secretary of Interior has literally 3 bullet points to describe all of her qualifications, and one of them will make history as the first ever Native American cabinet secretary. And again, when you look at the tile for Pete Buttigieg, it just says, first openly gay person confirmed to leave a cabinet department. How is that right? I don't understand the significance. Why? Imagine if that was their summary. You got 3 bullet points and it's just, oh, he's gay. Now again, I am not downplaying the significance of these milestones and all of the historic nature of this. But again, you are summarizing someone's qualifications for this position, and 1 of 3 bullet points is this: their race, their gender, or their sexual preference. I just don't see how that is relevant. And again, it just further solidifies that this is a lot about identity politics and not about qualifications. But don't worry, everything's going to be fine because Pete Buttigieg, who was nominated as Secretary of Transportation, he rode a train one time. He proposed to his husband at O'Hare Airport, and he rode on a boat once. Great, we're going to be fine. Because if you didn't see it, because who cares, in his acceptance speech for this position, he literally said that. Don't say the airport's not romantic. I proposed at O'Hare, and I rode a boat when I was in college, and I like the train. Dope. I'm a train enthusiast. He literally said he's a train enthusiast like Joe Biden. What makes you an enthusiast if you just ride the train? What does that mean? What are you talking about? Joey Basement, 2020 is tapped. I'm a computer chair enthusiast. I sit in one every day. But don't worry, guys, everything's gonna be okay. Ha! Guys, can't say that. Don't worry, folks. I'm gonna go grab a brown bag. Ha! Lunch and learn, and go have a picnic. Ha! Gathering at the park. I'm gonna go get my lunch and learn and have a picnic at the park with a bunch of people. Dope. 2020's been dope. Everything is illegal now!